What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. And I posted a particular post on my community tab. I know that sounds double negative, right? I posted a post, but if you guys remember, the post said this: black men are being programmed to love white women. And while I put that post up, a person that subscribed to me sent me an email and said that Umar Johnson has posted even a worse version of that pic. And he sent me the link to Dr. Umar Johnson's Twitter status. And so I went over there. And the picture that Umar Johnson has says, "Snowbunny crisis caused by black mothers who don't teach their sons to stay loyal to their sisters." Uh-oh. So when I saw that, y'all know I had to actually get on the ball and do a video about this. Because do you know what? Dr. Umar Johnson is very controversial. And he makes a lot of good points. Some are bad, many are good. But if you ever see black men with non-black women, usually that points to a sign that there is somewhat of an issue with the relationship between the mother and the son. That's typically what happens. I know that you guys don't think that. Some of you guys may be like, well, I love my mom and I'm with a white girl. That I mean, I'll love her no less. I didn't say that you don't love her. I didn't say that. I didn't say that you don't care about her. I don't say that you don't have her back and that she doesn't love you. What I'm saying is there is some sort of issue that you have that has drifted you away to the point where you said, I don't want something that reminds me of my mom. And then you have a Negro, well, I like black women too, but no. But the last 3 or 4 girlfriends you had were white. Okay? And let me just say this. A lot of black men who date out or date interracially, in my opinion, it comes from, in either case, being exposed to the greater society, the greater world, right? Many of us, we go to college. The PWIs are the predominantly white institutions. Some of you brothers are, you move to different states. Like, let's say if you're from, like Xanatos Clutch is from Washington, D.C., popular YouTuber Xanatos Clutch, but then he moved to Utah. Now he lives in, Northern California, where there's a lot of white women and not a lot of black women, all right? You might go to the University of Reno, Nevada, which is a school that I wanted to go to. I'm from Sacramento, but if I would have went there, guess what? There's not a lot of black women. There's a lot of white women, right? But at the same time, though, if you are being exposed to something that it might not necessarily, you might see it as being better, but what happens is you are in a situation where you feel that the white woman is a little bit more lenient with you, more understanding with you, takes more patience with you than what you're typically used to. That also can be a reason why you would go another place. And for some black men, I know for a fact, they won't date sisters because of the relationship with their mom. And a mother's love for her son. This is the first evidence of femininity for a young man. All right, we're going to talk about it. Like, if a woman wants to make sure that her son loves black women, the first person he's going to be in love with is you. You're the first woman that can break his heart. If you are a woman that exhibits a lot of femininity, a lot of professionalism, things like that. Now, don't get me wrong. You can still end up in an interracial relationship, but usually, black women are a reason why a lot of brothers can stay in the race. I can tell you that. Me personally, my mother was very, very nice to me. My grandmother was very, very nice to me. And, they are the ones that motivated me to want to stay in the black community, right? Just because of them. But if I would have had a strenuous relationship with my mom, I probably wouldn't feel like I do. Okay? And the thing about it is people were asking in this Twitter post, right? Like if you see Uncultured Swan, she goes, "Dating music! When are black men going to take responsibility for the things that black men do?" And not a strong black woman, she responded to Dr. Umar Johnson, "Where are the fathers? When will black men just take accountability for the weakest link? I don't see whites blaming their women for their failures. If black men stayed in their kids' life and taught them how to love and protect black women, this would change a lot of things." Let me talk about this real quick. A lot of sisters have signed up to be mama and daddy. All right? You can do it all by yourself. I'm not saying all, but you have some that have this mindset. And there are some women that don't want the fathers in the lives of the child. All right? When Father's Day comes around, some of you are wishing yourselves Happy Father's Day. You're wishing yourself Happy Mother's Day. Okay? So what Dr. Umar Johnson is saying right here is, okay, well, since you are the women that run the community, since you are the women that are, Black Lives Matter, you're on the forefront. The black women rule the community. They're the most dominant force. They have the biggest purchasing power. When the voting blocks come out and the Democrats or Republicans come out, they come to you, okay? So you are the leaders of the community. I think even black women themselves will tell you that. Like, we get the most stuff done, we get the most work done. So the thing about it is as a leader, as female leaders of the black community, when things go good, you can take credit for it, right? Like when Black Lives Matter and the protests, you're fast out there, you're the highest educated group in Black America, you have the most businesses. Okay, when the accolades are coming in, you can accept those. But the situations are when sisters have mistakes or L's on their record, then they don't want to accept those situations. And that's what I'm thinking that he's meaning to say. All right. So what Umar Johnson is saying, hey, this is the black community. You are the leaders and teachers of the community, both women and men. This is what a lot of sisters said. I'm independent. I don't need a man. Okay, cool. So because Tyrone, Liddell, Rashard, Taekwon, Leroy, Quantavious, that's them African American names, right? Since they don't want to deal with black women anymore, it has becomes you didn't teach them the value of sticking within the race. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of women do. But at the same time, if you want to blame black men about it, then we got to come back to the table then. Are you the sisters that are looking to stick with a black man and let the man lead or be a part of men leading? Because see, you can't have it both ways. You can't be the person that says, well, why aren't the men teaching? But then you're the same sister that want to be under the man or be submissive to the man or work with the man on the family and having them in the house. You can't have it both ways. Either you want the man there or not. If you don't want him there, then you got to lead everything. Simple as that. I talked about the YouTuber that left her husband for the streets. You guys remember the episode, right? I think her name was LaToya or something like that. Well, anyways, that's what happened with her. She wanted to single mom it up, be a single mom and, all of that. Well, guess what? If something happens and something happens to, where the kids don't turn out a certain way and all of this, she would have to take somewhat ownership of that because she's raising the kids. She would have to do that. And Umar Johnson is just giving the blame on the leadership. If you're complaining about black men, LaToya forever, black men not staying with black women, then okay, well then what are you doing to keep those black men in the same community with those black women? And then you get arguments on his post. So, I mean, I understand where it's coming from. No doubt about it. Shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson. I do agree with this particular post, right? I do believe that. Because you know what? The thing about it is, it's not black men's job to get other black men to stick with black women. All right? I do it for my own personal reasons, for myself. I can't make anybody stick with black women. Black women have to make everybody stick with them. Just like black men have to do that. You have to be worth sticking with, right? That's the problem that we have in arguments. We have to improve ourselves to make our people do business with us, be in relationships with us, everything. We have to be the people to do that. All right? So guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and guys, I really thank you so much. Peace out, and don't forget, check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. Hey.